Welcome back to the Trading Bell, and keeping on in the conversation on how you can tap from some of the opportunities right here at the NSE. We have Gift Kori, who is the advisory manager right here at the NSE for SMEs. And really at the backbone of the new strategy, we want to understand what's the strategy behind SMEs. Gift, welcome to the show. And I'd like you to start from that particular point. You have a new strategy. What is in it for SMEs?
Thank you, Maina, for having me. Yeah. I think there's a lot that is in store for the SMEs of the exchange. I think on the back of our new strategy, we are very clear that as an exchange, we cannot really make an impact in the economy if we do not have an agenda for SMEs. True. So on this new strategy that we've just launched, we have retail investors sitting on the demand side, as well as the SMEs actually acting as the tip of the spear for our supplier side. So we really want to create value propositions that will enhance access to capital for SMEs at the exchange, making it as easy as ABC to really raise capital through the exchange.
All right, fair enough. And I want to bring in something else that you were doing with SMEs. We had the Booker program that had seen quite a number of activity from the SMEs. I don't know what's the progress, or are you renewing that, or is it going to be part and parcel of it? What is in it there?
I think the Booker program was launched in 2018, and in essence, the program was supposed to really help promote investor readiness among SMEs and just prepare them so that they can be able to access the capital markets. And we all know that SMEs face a myriad of challenges, and I think this has led to a lot of capital not going into the sector just because risk cannot be really priced appropriately for SMEs. So the NSE took it upon itself to really craft a value proposition for SMEs that would then crowd in SMEs and see how we can enable enhanced access to the capital markets for SMEs. So through the Booker program, what we focus on is really on capacity building and building investor readiness with a focus on fundraising. Since launch of the program, I think in 2018, 2019, we had really good traction, but then 2019, 2020 COVID hit, and the program took a hit because SMEs needed to re-strategize their businesses and look into other ways of survival. However, we've now come back bigger and better. We've taken time to rethink the program and really see taking the learnings from the initial cohorts that we ran to make sure then that we enhance the value proposition. What we want to focus now is really doing diagnostic services, making sure that SMEs understand the areas where they need to build capacity, whether it's financial audits, whether it's tax audits, whether it's governance, which is very key for us as an exchange. And we help SMEs put the systems and processes in place so that then that enhances their success of raising capital through the exchange. We are also working with very good partners, both from the financing side as well as credible industry associations that will help us crowd in good quality SMEs that can eventually be able to tap into the capital markets to raise long-term, patient, cheap capital.
Okay. Talking about raising capital, there is a notion out there, Gift, that raising capital through the exchange is an uphill task. I would want you to expand on that statement. Probably tell us, is it true, or have you made it easier this time around?
That's a very good question. And I think it's a double-edged sword. I think when you come and raise money from the public, even the Bible says, to whom much is given, much is expected. So you really need to ensure that we give the public the comfort of knowing that their money is being invested into good companies. And that has always been touted as overregulation, but I like to call it accountability. In terms of the process, we've tried to simplify it. And I think on the back of the new POLD regulation that was brought in 2023, we've taken deliberate steps, and we've seen the regulator, which is CMA, really giving us a piece of regulation that is enabling for SMEs to raise capital. For example, before for a company to raise equity as an SME, you would need at least 25 independent shareholders. That number has been brought down to 7. You would need total assets of 100, in excess of 100 million. That number is much, much lower right now. And this also helps. And also on the debt side, we can say the same, because you can raise a minimum of 20 million minor today through the exchange, and up to a maximum of 400 million, which I think is a wide enough range for SMEs of different shapes and sizes to actually leverage on the capital markets to raise capital. So on the regulation side, I think we are doing better. But let me also say that there's a bit of misinformation about this thing that people don't know, which is the NSE. And I think as an exchange, that is also a call to action for us to make sure that the public has enough information so that they might be able to leverage on some of these great opportunities that lie within the exchange.
Okay, I think that's good news. I've picked something there. The amount to be raised is not as huge as it was before. The regulations in terms of shareholding has reduced all that. And we certainly hope that the SMEs who are watching can take leverage on this to take, I like the word he has used, patient capital. I think as the last question, Gift, what would be your call to action to any SME watching here that is supposed to talk to you so that at least they can get the money?
First of all, let me say, it's not what you think it is. It's not as hard as it's meant to sound. I think there are very many good opportunities within the capital markets, starting right from working capital, which is supposed to enable businesses to run their operations on a day-to-day basis. And then we have cheaper patient capital, which on the debt side, which allows businesses then to leapfrog to the next level of growth, and you could still raise equity through our markets, especially for sectors in our economy that are really hungry for capital. Talk about agriculture, talk about sustainability-linked products. We've tried to make it as easy as possible, and we are really focusing on working capital and short-term debt facilities for SMEs, so that then they can unlock the next level of growth and hopefully raise equity through listings on the NSE. So we are inviting all SMEs to come and engage with the exchange and really see how we can work together to promote the sector in Kenya. All right.
Thank you so much, Gift, for your time.
Thank you.
There you have it. Gift has said it all, Advisory Manager for SMEs right here at the NSE. Speaking to you SMEs, that there is an opportunity and the regulations are better for you. Come get your patient capital. Thank you so much for your time. I'll leave you now with the markets.